Hi children, namaste to all of you. I hope that you are all well. Please stay at home, safe at home because we are all in one dangerous situation. And if we are in at home, and then we can avoid such a danger. And today we are going to learn about the first chapter of 8th class social studies curriculum, that is reading of analysis of maps. Reading of analysis of map. In the chapter we are going to learn about the history of evolution of map down the ages. Are you following, my dear children? Are you following the history of evolution of maps down the ages? And second, and how the maps were made at the time of colonization, and how these maps are useful for these colonial powers. We know very well that European countries, especially which ruled us about 200 years, that is British Empire, and she ruled our country about 200 years, and how these maps were useful for them during this colonization. And if you move on in the chapter, we are going to learn about the thematic maps, environmental, conventional symbols, and contour lines. So these are the basic concepts which we are going to learn in this chapter. In the previous chapter, you already learned about the maps which shows heights and different kinds of maps, and here we are going to learn about these things which are already mentioned, and let us know how the maps are differentiated from photographs. How the maps are differentiate the photographs. You know very well that a map, it shows different aspects of different. You observe two maps. The first map, this is the photograph which was taken, a photograph, satellite photograph, and now you're observing this is a map. So let us have a look the different aspects of map and as well as photographs. So map is nothing but used by the geographers to show features. For example, distribution of rainfall, soil types. We know very well that there are the types of soils: red, black, laterite, alluvial, sandy, so, and population, languages spoken by the people, and crops grown, markets, schools, etc. And nothing but map is nothing but a model of a place. And whereas photo shows consent, it shows individual houses, but it doesn't show how much rainfall received by a particular area, and it doesn't show about the temperature. Once again, have a look, my dear children. So map shows the distribution of rainfall, how many types of soils are there, how many crops are grown, and what is the population, and what kind of schools are there, what kind of hospitals. But whereas we cannot see through the photographs all these things, but where in photograph it helps us to know the individual houses, and as well as the trees, particular trees are shown. So that is the difference between the maps and photograph. So let us move on. The first topic, as we already shown, that the evolution of maps. Evolution of maps. I want to ask you one question, my dear children. And who prepared more maps or world maps? So let us have a look about these Sumerians, and these people at present they are belong to Europe, and they prepared maps about 4,000 years ago. And here these maps were printed on clay tablets. Check this, all of you. The clay tablets. Actually, those days they did not have this paper or soap, so that's why they prepared maps and they drawn with the help of clay. And if you move on to and another important group which was prepared the Ellis maps, world maps, and that they are Babylonians, and even these people also they belong to the present day of Europe, and they thought of that these maps are preparing on clay only, clay tablet, and they prepared their maps about 2600 years ago. 2600 years ago, and they imagined that the world as a round disc. The world as a round disc. Once have a look, the clay of these, see here, if you observe that this is like the round disc, and the inner circle had all cities, and small circles they consider as the rivers, villages, marshes and mountains. And the city of Babylonian, they show the middle of that map. Okay, and inner, if you observe that there is a river, such river we call it as bitter river or salt water presents, especially majority of the water with of salt, so that's why we call it as inner river. So that is and even and these salt water shown in which there were 7 triangles. See here, if you observe that there are 7 triangles, and this is about the map which was prepared by Babylonians, especially 2600 years ago. Very important aspect that Greek geographers or Greece people, and they prepared. Among them, there are 3 important geographers, namely Anaximander. So he was the man, Anaximander, and Hesychus Miletus. The third important Greek geographers, namely Herodotus. So regarding the features of these Babylonians concerned, they arranged places from east to west and north to south. And they also imagined that, like Babylonians, the world as a round disc surrounded by water. And that's why they prepared the map like this. See, once you have a look, all of you see So these are all, this is the land and which is surrounded by the water or huge water bodies. And similarly, if you observe that, and they traveled widely the world. And see, have you observed that the map, the world divided into three continents is Europe, Libya and Asia. See here, as we know very well that this is Libya, nothing but Africa, and here this is Europe. This is Europe, and yeah, already they printed here, and this spot is Asia. So according to these Greek geographers, and they got the information. So the information which they got through their travelings, they traveled the world widely, and they wrote down some descriptions from the land, from the people of the land, and based on that descriptions they prepared this map, and they thought that the world possesses only three continents, that is Libya, Europe, and as well as Asia only. And see, if you observe here, this was separated by one sea, that is the Mediterranean Sea. So this is also which was depicted, the maps prepared by these Greeks, and that's why, and they have given one name for that, the map, the world after Herodotus, the world after Herodotus. So have you identified this man? Already written, Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great, my dear. So he is also from Greece, and he want to conquer the world, and that's why he conquered almost all areas of the world. That's why he got the title that Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great. So, and and after like that, and that fellow Alexander, he tried to conquer the whole world and came as far as India. We know very well that he came to India some 2300 years ago, according to our information. He came to India, and he defeated our Indian king Purushottam, which was, as he ruled in those times, the land of rivers and nothing but presently which we have been calling it as a Punjab, and he went back, and regarding the sailors and these people, how did they travel? Through ships, and they prepared maps accurately with the help of longitudes and latitudes. That is very important thing which we have to remember regarding the Greeks and as well as Romans also. Romans maps, and these Romans, they showed interest. Greeks, they tried to make the maps accurate with the help of longitude and latitudes. We know very well that, and how this was done. And they tried to find out a set of places where the midday occurred at the same time. So here, and they observed that where the midday occurred in which area, and such we call it, they call it as meridian, and this which passes through, according to our maps, that through London. So such they call it a 0 degree longitudes, and nothing but it has given title a Greenwich Greenwich longitudes, and it also called as a prime meridian. Once have a look, my dear, a globe, and here North Pole, and here is South Pole, and these lines we call them as semicircles, and these we call it as meridians or longitudes. So the center where the midday occur, and the center of the globe, which we call it as we know that 0 degree longitude, and actually as we call it as prime meridian, and this is Greenwich longitude, and which passes through the London. Okay, so this is, and it for preparing these lines accurately is not a easy task. Preparing is not a easy task, but it took about 2000 years, and with the help of these longitudes and latitudes, and they prepared maps accurately. Another important person, see here, this is Ptolemy, one of the most famous geographers of ancient world, and he prepared detailed maps of the world, and these maps were recognized as more important for preparing maps, which he prepared. And even if you observe that, and even see here, and even Ptolemy also, he prepared the maps based on the latitudes and longitudes, and he prepared accurately. This we have to remember, and he gave a clear information about Europe and other neighboring countries. And as he belonged to Europe, and he showed that the maps which were prepared by Ptolemy, he showed that Greece and Rome in the center of the map, Okay, so that and these Ptolemy maps were used by Arab scholars and stylers to prepare maps. So another important personality which prepared maps, that is Sharif al-Idrisi, and he was Arab map maker, and he prepared a old map for his king in 1154 AD. And this map shows the Eurasian continent fully, but whereas African continent somewhat, has some details about that. And here is the man. So this was the map prepared by al-Idrisi, and we have already known that he was Arab map maker, and he prepared maps for his king in the year 1154, and he showed European continent completely, but whereas this Africa a little. And he was the man. So let's have a look. So here is the person. He was the man, Mr. Sharif al-Idrisi, who prepared maps for his king. So another, after, if you move on, the Chinese people, and here your having this the map which was prepared by the Chinese, and like Al-Idrisi, Chinese geographers also started preparing for their emperors or for their kings. And here if you observe that China is placed at the center, remaining all compressed, even the Indian Ocean and Africa, Europe. And if you observe keenly the map, the China placed at the center of the map, remaining all compressed. And this is all about the maps. And if you move on, the world map according to the Bible, which is a symbol of Christianity, the world divided into 3 continents. Can you please identify those? What were the continents placed in? What were the continents placed in this map? And I think this is Asia, I think so. And this is as you know that. Can you identify, my dear? What is this one? Europe and Africa. Europe and Africa. But so Asia, and once again, if you observe that, and it was surrounded by oceans. See here, these are all the huge water bodies, and they prepared the maps according to the Bible, that Asia was the place at top, because they thought that it was the center and as well as largest in the world. Because why they thought like that concern, it had Jerusalem, where the Jesus Christ was born, the birthplace of Jesus Christ. So that's why, and they are given such importance for that. And this is the largest and most important. They thought that Asia was the largest and most important continent in the world according to the Bible. My dear children, I would like to ask you one question, that who was the father of cartography? Who was the father of cartography? Before that, so let us have the actual meaning of cartography. So here, cartography is a Latin word. Carto is map, graphy means drawing. And who draws the maps? And those called as cartographers. And one man, you may have seen here, another man, his name was Gerardus Mercator. He was a famous person, and before this, the state of Flanders split into different countries, and now he was born in Belgium, which is in Europe, and now he is from Dutch, nothing but Holland. The another name of Holland is nothing but Netherlands. May you know where is the International Court of Justice? The headquarters of International Court of Justice located? Anybody? So that is, the place is known as The Hague, where it is in Holland or Netherlands. And this is Gerardus Mercator, and he was treated as the father of cartography. Who is that? He is nothing but the father of so the father of cartography, so nothing but Gerardus Mercator. and whereas he was from the Dutch, nothing but Holland. And here there is a beautiful concept in map, that is projection. And what is a projection? Why it is very important? And the projection which was prepared by Gerardus Mercator, and that projection is called as Mercator projection. And if you observe here, the map which we are observing, this is nothing but world map by Gerardus Mercator in 16th century, and this we call it as projection. And let us have a look what is projection. And basically the present day, all the present day maps are prepared based on this Mercator projection. And what is a projection? For example, we know very well that the world is here as a ball. It is a spherical, or it's like a ball. Then how can we show these all these continents as it is like a ball? And what this Mercator concerned, he distorted some areas, and he distorted some sizes, and he prepared on a flat type of paper. So by that, we the people, we are getting an idea that all these, for example, and if you observe that, so this is a world map, and if it is like a ball, then how can we identify all these things? But what he did, that the method which he follows for distorting the sizes and the size of place, and such we call it as Mercator projection. Okay, so Gerard said Mercator projection is nothing but is shape a method with distortion of sizes and directions. And this method, see here, my dear, see the Mercator shape a method but with distortion of sizes and directions, and this method is known as Mercator projection. So this is so about this evolution, the history of evolution of maps. And once again, so let us have a glance about the history of evolution of map down the ages. The Sumerians, we have learned is about which was prepared 4,000 years ago. Babylonians, which was prepared before 2,600 years ago. And after go to Greeks, and there are important Greek geographers like Anaximander and Hecataeus Miletus and Herodotus, and even that fellow who tried to conquer the world, Alexander the Great, and these maps were helped him so much for conquering the world. And so what they followed, that, as you know, that they thought that the world is a round disc. The world is nothing but a disc. And even another important person, Ptolemy, he was the famous geographers of ancient times. And Al-Idrisi, and who prepared maps for his king in the year 1154. And the model of the world according to the Bible, we discuss that according to the Bible, as we know very well, that the world divided into 3 continents. One is Asia, Europe and Africa, and even Chinese, and they prepared maps for their kings. And Greeks and Greeks concerned, they were very much clear and accurate regarding the preparing of these maps accurately, because as they followed based on these longitudes and latitudes. And after the projection, if you move on projection, we know very well that the father of this cartography, so Gerardus marketer, and his projection and helps us to know and to locate the places on a flat surface of paper, and because of his projection. So that's all about this the history of evolution of maps.